bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And right off the bat, Mills looking to throw it. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Leonard Williams, the former number 6 overall pick, got the sack that time. Well, if they have any thoughts of coming in here and getting this road victory, that's not the way to start it out on the first play of the game. Yeah, one thing you always say when you go on the road, take the crowd out of the game. They actually brought the crowd into it by permitting that sack right out of the gate. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in, finding space at the 40. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. What does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does, because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays. And when they make one against you, it makes you a little bit hesitant.
Time to regroup. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And Pierce gets it again on second down. And a good run here is... down to the 40-yard line.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10, right at the 40. Now it's the former Badger, Dare Ogunbowale. Able to elude one tackler, but only gets this back to the line of scrimmage. The Giants and the Texans last year, if you go by the numbers, the 2 poorest offenses in the NFL. The Giants 31st in total yardage, and the Texans dead last. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. And they'll try to throw here. Mills. Out to the left, he's got his tight end, Akins. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 19. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. He's at the 50, the 30, 10, 5, and he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown. It's only the first quarter. That's a quick shift in momentum right there, because they were driving the football before that interception, and then not only, Charles, do they throw the pick, but it gets returned. carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game. And you wonder, I mean, is it even possible, especially for the quarterback, to mentally reset after that quick of a turnaround?
Well, we're certainly going to find out, aren't we? Because that play will stay in your mind, but somehow you have to compartmentalize. Put it aside, pick yourself up, and get moving in the right direction.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
I think the reason this play is so successful is not just the blocking at the point of attack, but how about the speed at which he takes the handoff? He's in motion already, so he's not coming from a flat start like a running back often is. He's at a full run by the time he gets the football.
And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Now a second down throw for Mills. Open man is Howard, the tight end. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
He's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Looking to throw is Mills. Philip Dorsett holds it in. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. And Pierce gets it again on second down. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Now we've got a Giant player here slow to get up after that last play. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Mills. This is caught. It's Cooks. Touchdown. Brandon Cooks. Halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Texans are an extra point away from evening this one up. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And the result, a Houston touchdown from the 6. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Yeah, he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42. The Giants at 6 and 2 to start play. And they come in off the extended break from the bye.
And I think it was much needed as well because you play 2.5 months. You know you're ready for some time off in order to get prepared for the home stretch. In fact, when they looked at the schedule to start the season, I think they liked where their open week fell.
On 2nd and 9, Jones. They'll dump this down to Matt Breida. And they're going to get this up to midfield. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best. He keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field. On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
Throwing, Jones. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Giants. Kenny Galladay, his first touchdown on the year. And the Giants have taken the lead. Gano the extra point. Touchdown here to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime. If you're a good football team, you spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down. Through one quarter, 14-7. Texans football to start quarter 2. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Working out of the gun, Mills. He gets it to Cooks. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And that'll bring up fourth down. On fourth down, out is the punter, Cameron Johnston, to boot it away. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. Well, the midterm elections are now concluded. I think we can all breathe a sigh of relief for that. But now it's time for midterm football, where we've moved past the unofficial halfway point of the season, and we got a couple of good matchups in the night games here in Week 10. Tonight it's North versus South in California, the Chargers and Niners from Santa Clara. And then tomorrow, Monday night, it's both Charles' birthday, happy early birthday, buddy, and the first primetime appearance for the Commanders as they travel up to Philly to take on the Eagles. A lot going on. On first down, here's Breida. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. Now Jones. Little out route here, complete to Shepard. And he will have a Giants first down. It won't be by much. He needed 3, and he got 3, barely. But the mark shows first down.
Well, this might very well have been 4-down territory, but that's not going to matter now. They get a nice throw there on 3rd down, and they're able to keep the drive going.
Jones now throwing on first down. As this complete to Daniel Bellinger. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 17 yards and a giant first down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
A quick throw. Here's Shepard. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. This will be the 8th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and inches. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. 51 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley, and another 1st and 10 here. Operating from the gun, Jones. This one is Slayton over the middle. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that'll make it 2nd down. Looking to throw. Jones. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Out to the right here to Shepard. Touchdown! Sterling Shepard. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Giants go up by 2 touchdowns. Had the option there, read it perfectly, and an easy little touchdown toss.
And it has to be a sharp throw, too, because of where they are on the field. The extra traffic, things are condensed near the goal line. Good route by the receiver as well.
Extra point try good by Gano. And it's now 21-7. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Houston's offense taking over again. And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Mills throw complete here, pulled in by Howard. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
To Pierce, they set up the screen. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down.
The whole idea of the screen pass is to fool the defense in a big way and create a big play.
They weren't fooled.
Not 1 second, not 1 bit. How about them figuring it out, diagnosing it, and spilling it for lost yardage?
With it is Jackson. Just a net of 34 there following a punt of 44 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. Saquon Barkley and the Giants offense set to kick off their next drive. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And that's complete to Shepard. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. Here's Jones on 1st and 10. Completes this again to Shepard. And they are able to stop it, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards, and the field position has totally been flipped. He had 1 touchdown earlier, nearly a 2nd one there.
Yeah, it took a touchdown-saving tackle to keep him out of the end zone after a big play. Perhaps you go right back to him. Don't need the distance, but maybe he can pay things off after a big effort.
They'll try and run forward with Barkley. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Giants take a 3-touchdown lead. Gano the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So that drive, 4 plays. And it's capped off by a touchdown run from Saquon Barkley. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Mills. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. On 3rd down, here's Pierce. And this will not get close to the 1st down marker as he's brought down at the 26. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. We'll call that a 49-yard punt with a return of just 2. And out will come the offense as they take over. The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to Saquon Barkley. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. Jones in trouble here, and down he goes. The sack comes from Anthony Hitchens. Now, the number 1 mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. We'll get this out to Barkley complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On it's the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. Gano's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the 3rd quarter and continue this midseason contest. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback. The Giants about set to go to begin this third quarter. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Breida to get the third quarter started. And he'll just plow right into a host of tacklers. Nothing there at all, and it'll be 2nd and 10. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. On the option left, it's Jones. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And the Texans scoop it. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. He was having success there holding on to it on the option, but ultimately problems downfield, and it results in a turnover.
Yeah, and this is a tough one because you know you prefer to have your quarterback either heading to the sidelines or getting down at the end of the play. But you've got an aggressive one. He's fighting for extra yardage, and he gets stripped there. You don't need him to be a hero in that situation. You want your quarterback taking care of himself.
Play fake, Mills. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Kayvon Thibodeau in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career. Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. Here's Cameron Johnston now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Call it an even 40-yard punt, 7 though on the return, and it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The New York set to take the field. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about what, the 2nd sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
On 2nd and inches, Jones. Pass is caught by Wan'Dale Robinson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st. Off the play fake. Jones. And that'll be incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
And he's going to be close to a 1st down as the tackle is made at the Texans' 25. 75 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. The Texans here on 3rd down putting an extra defender in the secondary. back to throw. Jones. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Now Jones throwing on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. First and 10 now for Mills and the Texans at their 25-yard line. A first down throw for Mills. And that is incomplete.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
Throwing again, Mills on 2nd and 10. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down. First and 10, it's Pierce. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Mills to throw it. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Pierce will try to pick it up. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting 3rd down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on 3rd and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on 3rd down. And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
3rd quarter from MetLife Stadium. Here's a 2nd and 10. Mills now from the 50. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete. The passing windows are just not there. And that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Mills now. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4. Here's Cameron Johnston now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And that is very well done there as this will be marked out of bounds at the 5-yard line. Now, if you're a fan of punting, this game's for you. He's been out there quite a bit. That one maybe his best yet.
Yeah, he certainly got his leg loose by now. It kind of reminds me of my college football coach, John Majors. He loved the punting game because he liked the positioning, the field position, and he loved to play defense.
And he stopped immediately there. Tackled by Jonathan Grenard. His defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
Throwing on 2nd down. Jones. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now, the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. And now the third down throw incomplete as well. So here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. It's a 39-yard punt, 8 on the return. And the Texans with great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. First down, Mills. Flushed out right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Before they can snap it, time runs out. Welcome back now here in East Rutherford. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Again, it's Mills. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Throwing, Mills. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. They'll run here with Pierce. And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yes, now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go.
Touchdown, Texans. John Mechie. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Texans are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Now the Houston offense is going to stay out there as they'll try for 2. Mills going to throw for it. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. He'll drop it off with Saquon Barkley. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 87 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll go to Barkley again. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
On second down, here's Barkley. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Yeah, he's got to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Great way to convert on third down there. 21 yards the play.
But normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the fourth quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? At this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think you continue to do so.
2nd and 7, operating from the 34.
Now a give coming right is Breida. And a short gain down to about the 33.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. It carries like that. That's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Jones with a handoff to Barkley.
And he's going to be close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Texans' 14.
Holding offense.
Andrew Thomas, former first-rounder from Georgia, called for the penalty there.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. That's complete to Slayton.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
In search of 8 yards on third down. They've already converted 2 of these on this drive, 2 for 2. Throwing Jones. That's caught. Touchdown, Giants. Sterling Shepard. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year.
And the Giants look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter.
Extra point try good by Gano. And they open the lead up now to 25. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. 1st and 10 now for Mills and the Texans.
At their own 25-yard line. Throw right side into the hands of Akins. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Now Mills.
He gets it to Cooks. And that's good for a gain of 6. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
That's going to be complete to his tight end, Akins. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. It's a gain of 26 as they pick up the 1st down of the process.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
And they'll throw again. Here's Mills.
And that's complete to Cooks.
And they're going to move it down inside the 25.
Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium.
On 1st and 10, Mills.
And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
Mills.
And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down.
Mills, 4th down. Gotta have it.
And incomplete on the deep ball. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Giants are going to get the football.
They'll start on the ground with Breida.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
The time called here because a member of the Texans is in some discomfort.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They run again with Breida. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the 1st.
On 3rd down, Barkley. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought up a punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants. And when you break it down, this was just a thoroughly dominating performance.
And I truly thought that we'd have a tight game coming into this one. I think you felt the same way based on our conversation.